For the past month, we have been living in Colorado out of our RV, and honestly, we have been loving the monthly stays because it gives us more of a chance to go out and explore everything that's nearby. But for the most part, we have been taking it easy, and we get one good last weekend here to go out and explore, and Jess and I are going to take advantage of it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Trey, and me and my fiance have been living in this RV since January 2024, where we began our journey down in Texas. And while that has been nice, Jess and I have saved our last weekend to go out and explore nearby Breckenridge this afternoon, and tomorrow we attempt to bag our first ever 14er. Breckenridge from Salida is about an hour and a half of a drive, and since I have to work today, we got a little bit of a late start, but we're excited to go back out and check out this beautiful ski town again. Jess and I first came across this town back in 2021 when we visited Colorado for the first time ever. And the ride over takes US 285, which in my opinion has a front row seat of the Rockies the entire way while you pass through small town USA. As soon as the temps get below 50, it's time to change headgear and prepare for some of the chillier nights Colorado is known for. There is already some snow piling up, and it's looking to be a good year for the skiers. And right on the other side of this mountain pass, we start entering the city limits, and it's time to start thinking about where we're going to park Appa. Riding through downtown, everything is just as we remembered it. A beautiful place with a good selection of places to eat, which we decided on a first spot down the street which looked delicious. Jess had the beef broth pho, and I tried out their chicken and pork fried rice, which turned out to be a solid choice. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's just cold outside right now, but this is really hitting.
Out of 10.
Out of 10? I mean, it's good, like 7 to 9 in that range. What about yours?
8.
Jess, where are you taking me, bro?
We're going to have some dessert. I am in charge of guiding us there.
If you don't know by now, I'm probably the biggest sweet tooth you'll ever meet.
Cheers.
What you think? Is it good? Yep.
Oatmeal raisin is obviously the superior cookie.
I don't know. I had their double chocolate chip white macadamia. Pretty good though. Can you believe we came all the way out here for some cookies and for some pho? That was it.
Sure did. But a lot of the stores were closing, and you had to work today. So
I had to work today. I was the hold up today.
yeah.
That's okay. We still made it though.
It was still a good time. We walked around a little bit. Key and I got to meet some new friends. So.
And we got one extra cookie in the bag. So instead of 8, we got 9. After an hour and a half of a ride home, it's time to head to bed because tomorrow we attempt to hike a 14er and one you may have heard of in Colorado Range, Mount Princeton. Time to wake up, let some sunlight in, and make some coffee and feed the dogs, then make some breakfast. Today's menu is omelets and a banana to start the morning, before packing up for the day and heading on out. It's a beautiful bluebird day today, which is something I wanted as I have heard that the storms out here can be random and a bit dicey if you get stranded on a peak somewhere. But something AllTrails warned me about, something that I sort of didn't take serious, was the trail that takes you up to Mount Princeton, which from the looks of it is just a narrow road that takes you up to the parking lot. But as I went deeper and higher on this trail, the more obvious it became that this truck is a bit too heavy and too long for it. The fastest I feel safe going is around 2 to 4 miles an hour, even slower around these hairpin turns, which had me debating abandoning this hike altogether. But with nowhere to turn around, I found myself moving forward to climbing past 10,000 feet.
There's a bad washout back there. One right up here. I almost got stuck on it coming up. Yeah. That's crazy, huh? Yeah. Good luck up there. Appreciate it.
The roads were a bit tough to navigate with all the washouts and major dips and bumps and how narrow it was in spots. This road definitely made me tap into my old skills as a four-wheeler, which I rode last in high school. Now, could I have just full throttled this road and made it a little sooner? Probably, but since this vehicle is our only vehicle which tows our RV, I thought it was best to pamper it as much as possible getting up here. But eventually, I make it up to where All Trails had the parking lot spot at, and it's not much of a parking spot, it's just a simple pullover on the side of the road. But all in all, I think it took me a solid hour and 15 minutes to get up here. Even though we're just getting started on this hike, I am doubting my ability to finish this hike. I underestimated how long it would take to get up this hill, up to the parking spot. It took us a good about hour and some change to get up. And yeah, it's getting a little late start to the day. It's about 2:30 now. And I want to be back to the truck by at least 5, so I think we can make a little bit of headway. The way up was mainly on the road I was driving on, so not too sure why I didn't take the truck up to the top of the road and pull over at the trailhead itself. But oh well, guess burning a few extra calories won't hurt. I will say though, this is a beautiful day for a hike. I mean, look at these views. Absolutely gorgeous. But I found my actual trail to go up to Mount Princeton, but it's 3:30 now. It took me about an hour and a half to get up here from the radio tower where I parked at, and I don't want to get back past 5:30 to the truck because I do not want to be traversing down this road in the dark. I think honestly, if you're gonna come up here, if you have a dually or anything bigger than like a 250 or a 2500, it's not a good idea. The roads are very narrow. I felt the bed frame flexed a little bit, so that's also something to be thinking about. So if you had like a Jeep or a Bronco, this would be a perfect off-road OHV trail for you. But even from the trailhead, the views were worth it. And I was able to take the drone up since it's not a national park and get to enjoy seeing some of the collegiate peaks, even if it was from a screen. Next year, I will definitely be back up to finish the job. And the way down was a bit chillier as the sun started to set beneath the mountains, but it probably took me about 90 minutes or so to make it back down to the truck, and now it's time to start heading back down this rugged trail. Wish me luck on coming down because this is my first time taking Appa down a true off-road trail. I've done a few before, but this is where the rubber meets the road. In my opinion, getting down was a lot sketchier than going up. Maybe it was just how the cab rocked, but it felt like I could tip over at nearly any curve. Needless to say, Appa is going to need an alignment after today. But after an hour and some sweaty palms later, I finally make it down and it's time to head home. And thank you for hanging out with us this weekend. If you enjoy RV living vids, then feel free to check out our freshman year playlist as we release weekly every single Sunday. Peace out, much love, and we will see you next week.